Hello, welcome back. I'm really excited to talk to you today about the choice point model. Now, this model was designed by an absolute guru called Dr. Russ Harris. He wrote The Happiness Trap. Some of you may have read it. And I was really fortunate to do my thesis under not him, but one of his colleagues who came out from America, Dr. John Lee Blackledge. And I did my thesis on a topic that is pretty close to this choice point model called cognitive diffusion, and how we tend to fuse with our negative thoughts and feelings, and they really set us off on a negative downward spiral through our day, our week, and sometimes our life. So Dr. Russ Harris designed acceptance and commitment therapy. Some of you may know it, and this choice point model is straight from that. And I really thought that it might help you guys in your health journeys right now. So all through the day, as human beings, we're faced with so many different decisions and experiences, from the minute our alarm goes off till the minute that we turn our alarm on again at the end of the day to wake us up the next morning. So from, what we're going to have for breakfast, conversations that we have with people, different activities that we do through the day, decisions that we make at work, how we drive, what we wear, what we eat, what we drink, what time we go to bed. There's so many different decisions that we're faced with every day, and they can either be decisions that move us towards the kinds of people that we want to be, or away from the kinds of people that we want to be. And this is so personal to everybody, right? And we call these away moves and towards moves. So I'll give you an example. So if you really desire to be the kind of person that's fit and healthy, then going to the gym and getting some exercise in each day is what we would call a towards move. That's going towards your goal to be a really fit and healthy person. An away move, using that example, would be if your alarm goes off to go to the gym, but you turn it off and you roll over and go back to sleep. Another example might be you value being the kind of person that's calm, measured, and you find yourself in a situation in traffic and that you get cut off from another driver, and you've got a decision at that point to actually make a move that's towards being a calm and measured person, which is you're going to just let it go, ignore it, perhaps give the other driver a sympathetic smile, because that we're all prone to cut somebody off in traffic sometimes. If it's not that person, it's going to be another person, and it could even be us one day. So that would be a towards move. An away move from being a calm and measured person would be, to slam your hand on the horn, yell out obscenities, and, let it really, rile you up for the rest of the day. Okay, so they're examples of towards moves and away moves. Now, just a little caveat here. Away moves and towards moves are not value laden. There's no judgment attached to them. There's no emotion attached to them. They are only an away move or a towards move if that's in line or not in line with your particular values, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say you have the intention to be a really healthy person and to eat, healthy foods most of the time. But you also want to be somebody that is mindful and intentional about what you eat. And, you're having a really good week and you decide that you're going to have an almond croissant tomorrow because as a reward for having a really amazing healthy week. And so you buy that almond croissant and you eat it slowly and you savor it in your mouth, and it's just amazing and you really enjoy it. Now, I would call that a towards move, because that is completely in line with your goal to be a healthy and happy person and to give yourself rewards every now and then. So hopefully you get that. There's no right or wrong about what makes an away or a towards move. It's more connected with whether it's in line with your goals and values. Now, what happens is we have what we call choice points in the day, okay? So these are points where we have an important decision to make, or a decision to make, that is going to either move us away or towards our goal, and that's what we call the choice point. So let's say your alarm goes off in the morning. You're the type of person that you want to be is healthy and fit. So the alarm going off is actually a choice point. You've got a choice to either move away or towards your goal. Okay, so that's what we call the choice point. All right. Now, what are the types of things that make us go for move us away or make us do away moves? Well, we call these things hooks. So these are things like negative self-beliefs, feelings of, unworthiness, and feeling that we're not capable of really achieving the goal that we want to achieve. I've written some other ones down here, where we make, judgments about ourselves. We set really, really strong and rigid rules where we can't help but actually, get hooked by them and fail the goal that we've set out to achieve, because we have just such high standards around it that are unachievable. Other things would be like negative emotions, so like anxiety, depression, sadness, anger, not being able to control our emotions very well and not being able to regulate them very well. So they're massive hooks. So think of that person in that road rage incident where they get cut off. So not having great emotional regulation, that's a massive hook. Okay. Other things might be relationship stressors or just stress in general. That's a massive hook. What about being time poor? And not being organized? That's such a huge hook for not making the best decisions around our health, especially our diet and our exercise. So it's really important that we really practice our unhooking skills so that we can quickly pivot and move on and at that choice point actually make the right choices for our goals and make the choice that moves us towards the kind of person that we want to be, not away. Now, it's okay to sometimes, get hooked. That's completely normal. We're all human. But I also just wanted to, increase your insight about what happens at these choice crossroads, and give you some tips about how you can not get hooked. Okay. So another thing that I want to talk about is helpers. So helpers are things that help us move towards our goals and make towards moves most of the time during the day. And helpers can be literally other people. So they can be your accountability partners, people that can help you actually make towards moves. They can be, positive thought processes, so actually thinking positively and thinking about your why, why you are doing this, why is it really important for you to choose moves that move you towards your goals, not away. So being organized and making sure that you are set up for success, that's an amazing helper. Having apps on your phone that you can click on and will give you some kind of guidance and positivity when you need to, like the Calm app. I really love that one. That's a really great one to just give you some space between, because you've got time, right? Like when you're at this choice point crossroads, you do have a little bit of time to really make sure that you make that right decision. So give yourself that time. Like, let's say you've got an absolute craving for some chocolate that is in the fridge. Give yourself. You've got lots of different tools now. You can apply the 5-second rule, but I'm talking today about the choice point model. So imagine that you're in this choice point, and that you're looking at this crossroads ahead of you, and going for the chocolate is possibly going to make you move away from your goal. So that's an away move. Or you can make a towards move, which is you walk away from the fridge and you go for a walk instead. So give yourself that time and give yourself, the opportunity to take some nice breaths and just really make the right decision. But knowing that if you don't make the right decision, that's completely okay, because probably in 10 minutes time, you're going to be at another choice point, and then you've got another opportunity to try again, right? Really, that's all I wanted to say about the choice point model. Just keep it in mind, add it to your arsenal of tools that you can pull out and use anytime. The main thing is thinking about what your hooks are, like what your personal hooks are. And, a hook for me is like, you deserve it. Like, you deserve to have that glass of wine. You've had a great week. And I know that for me, that's something that is an away move. most of the time for me. And so I just know that that's one of my hooks, that little voice going, you deserve it, Jen, come on, you've had a hard week. I know that that's a hook and it's not actually a helper, and I can recognize that and go and do something else that's more healthy for me. So be aware of what your hooks are, be aware of what your helpers are, and call on them and use them when you need to. And I can't wait to see you for the next video. All right, enjoy. Bye.